everyone.
Hi guys, welcome to Vines on the Tracks. We are here at Thorpe Park. It looks like it's going to be a quiet day.
Very quiet.
Very quiet. Yeah, it's a Tuesday midweek in late April. So the kids are in school today, which hopefully means that it will be a little bit quieter. We just want to get on some of our favourite rides here. It's one of our local parks because we only live about, what, 25 minutes away? Yeah. And we're hoping to check out Hyperia.
It looked really cool, didn't it, from the road and everything? So yeah, hopefully see it testing and everything today.
It really stands out in the skyline. It's a little bit taller than Stealth, but the trains have arrived. It's already had its first run, so hopefully we'll get to, if we don't get to see it testing, at least we can show you a little bit more of the ride, and yeah, just see what the vibe is here. It's our first visit of the 2024 season. And it looks like it's a walk-on.
Literally another 5-minute queue, but as Rob just said, awkward.
Amazing.
We're loving this.
So we have just had two rides as soon as we've come in the park. So first we went on to Samurai, which was a 5-minute wait time.
So good. It's just had its repaint as well. So for those of you who remember Chessington used to have Samurai before it came over to Thorpe Park. The colours that it used to be at Chessington, it's running so well. I think because it is dead, they gave us such a long ride and it was brilliant. And fantastic views of Soar, and obviously the brand new ride Hyperia, which opens May 24th.
You get amazing views of the ride itself. You can see the workers are down there making the queue at the moment, but you can see like the water spouts for where it's going to spray up when you come down off one of the drops. It looks really good. And then we went straight on to Soar, the ride, which is a fantastic Gerstlauer Eurofighter here at Thorpe Park. One of the best rides in the UK in my opinion for theming, and all the effects were like really on fire today. So we had the dead body squirting water at you, we had the chains revolving, and to walk straight onto it. It says 5 minutes, but we literally went straight into the seat of the ride.
Our kind of day.
Yeah, this is why we have an annual pass.
I think when Hyperia opens, it's going to be absolutely mayhem here. So yeah, do what we can. So we are here by Hyperia, as you can see, very much an active construction site at the moment. And they've also done the whole area brand new, like Burger King.
There's new toilets here as well, and we can see it's loads of people on the construction site at the moment.
Yeah, definitely an active construction site, but the area is looking really good, and definitely the theming goes with the brand new Hyperia theme.
there is a banner that says annual pass holders get to ride the ride first, so we're really hoping we find a bit more information out about that today, and obviously we'll link that into the video if we do. Obviously we are in Orlando in the build-up of this opening, so I feel like this is probably the last chance we're going to get to see it before we come back and it's hopefully opening day, so hopefully maybe there's like a priority that day for us or something, but we'll find out.
That'd be really good. So we're about to go on one of my favourite rides here in the park, and that is Detonator. They've now had a complete re-theme of the area to New Orleans, as you like to say, Rob.
I do definitely call it New Orleans. So we've been to New Orleans a few times, and it really bugs me when people call it New Orleans, and Ben does that, so I'm always correcting it.
So yeah, we're gonna go check it out. Follow us.
You can see today it's absolutely dead here. Yeah. So earlier on today, Stealth was closed, but I've just seen it running. Nemesis Inferno is open as well. You just don't see many rides going around because it's so quiet. Pizza Buffet's open today, Christ. We love to see it once again.
And walk on secure those belongings. Phone.
Oh my god, green one's my favourite.
So Rob, you're picking
caught me.
Oh no.
For our holiday, I always want candy for the room or for the plane, and we get 20% discount, so we are getting ourselves a bucket of pick a mix. But I will get in trouble for this, so don't tell your mother.
What are you going for there?
I like a meerkat, but I like a green one. I'm very autistic when it comes to candy. I like green and I like white.
This is for our holiday, by the way. We're not going to eat all this now. I've just put a little ban in place and I've gone no until the holiday.
So I've got the pick a mix from holiday with our annual pass discount. It was £6.80. It's the little details that make all the difference.
So little fact, me and Rob back in 2018 went to New Orleans together and we did a swamp gator tour, which was so good, and just being here now has a little bit of that theme to it, so really enjoying it.
So tidal wave is a walk on, but not today, Satan. But do you know what's really cool is that Stealth was only 25 minutes. It was a really good ride. It was closed when we first arrived, but it's open now. And I think we are going to head on a few more flat rides and the Swarm.
So here we are entering the Swarm.
A lot of the UK parks have got really lame theming on a lot of rides, and I think Nemesis Nemesis Reborn, is that the name?
Yeah, now it is.
Yeah, it looks so good, so I'm really looking forward to getting back to Towers. But I honestly think this is, before that, this is probably the best themed ride we have in the UK, and as plain geeks, it breaks my heart to see this behind us.
Okay, Rob, so what have we got now?
Boy, we have got 0 minutes walking on the Swarm. This theming, honestly, it just is so good, so immersive. Queued in this ride so much because this is my favourite ride at Thorpe Park.
And I think the only negative thing I would say, if you come to Thorpe Park when it is boiling hot, there is no room at all. You're all like penned in together.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be very, very hot because there's no shelter.
But they did think about this, and they have got an ice cream shack in the middle of the queue for a hot day.
And who wouldn't want some sun, right?
Exactly.
So here we are, 0 minute front row train. Here we go on the Swarm.
So we've just come off the Swarm, and I think that was probably the best ride on the Swarm I've had in a long time.
We sat at the front row, and my God, we go right under that first drop, and where the plane is in the engine, there must have been some like water effect that just smacked us right in the face.
Like,
but so good.
Soaking.
Yeah.
But I've never seen that before, so it probably is something that's been around for a while, but I've just never noticed it, or it's never been on when I've come.
Yeah.
So yeah, just really, really good operations. Well, they've got 2 trains on, walk straight on the ride, and we got straight off. We didn't have to hang around either. The team on there today seemed to be really good at just getting them dispatched before the next one comes back into the station.
And the audio, I don't know if you heard it at the top of the lift hill, was saying like what was happening as soon as you were dropping and everything.
Yeah.
So narrating all the way. Really
good.
So Rob, what did you think of Rush there?
I hate it. No, the ride is fine, everything is fine, but I hate it. I don't know why, but like I worked in a theme park when I was younger, so I know I'm quite like cool with like I know safety is really high and stuff. But I just don't feel comfortable on those rides. I don't know why, but it's always bothered me.
It's silly.
I have to literally hold on for dear life.
Remember, you must wear your shoes and secure all loose food.
So another flat ride that has been closed a lot of the times that we visited in the past. We're now going on to Vortex, and again, no wait time. The audio is so good on all these rides. Everything is like just perfection right now.
It's like really good, and it just shows that if everything is open, everything can be 0 or 5 minute waits. It's just been such a good day.
Yeah, really good. How good do these donuts look? I'm being good because I have to keep my holiday body. But oh, it's my nan's name. They look well good.
So we've come into the shop and we're just having a look at some of the merch they do here. Rob's picked up the Saw t-shirt. Quite likes the look of this one, don't you?
Yeah, I really like it because the saw on the front is embroidered, it's not print. And then at the back, it's got just the jigsaw pattern, that is print. It is available in black as well. So obviously you've got, that's embroidered there, and then at the back you've got Live or Die.
And how much is that, Rob?
They're £30, which I think is quite good, and they look like pretty big in size as well. That's a medium, which I think would be quite big on me. We obviously, because if you've got an annual pass, gold or platinum, you get 20% off.
So we are big Starbucks mugs collectors, but we travel quite a bit over the world and have collected quite a few, and now we've just seen that they even do the Thorpe ones.
Yeah, they're obviously not the Starbucks ones, but they're like the same sort of concept. And they're quite cool because you've got, like, for example, the Swarm one, which is on the edge. It's like all the theming of the ride, and they stack, which is quite good. I mean, they are a lot smaller than the Starbucks.
How much are they, Rob?
They are £12 each, 3 for 28 or 5 for 45. So it's pretty decent.
Did you see you in that Christmas jumper,
It's a
Rob?
bit too early for Christmas, my lovely.
Never too early.
One thing that they're really big on here in Thorpe Park now is the diversity. They've obviously got the mural, which is all about inclusivity and diversity, and the new restrooms that they've got by the new ride, Hyperia. I had to think of the name, and they've even got gender neutral bathrooms as well. So it's really great to see that it's inclusive for everyone, and they've got all the Thorpe Pride merch.
Nice new hat for you there, Rob.
I was going to get this for some family members for their holidays so they don't get cold on the plane.
Hi, I'm Ben.
I'm Rob, and you're watching
Vines on the Tracks.
So we've just come back from an awesome day at Thorpe Park Resort near our home, and it's been really good day.
Such a good day. Again, a very quiet off-peak day. So we were expecting it to be a little bit busier than it was, but you know, for us who love getting on rides really quick, it was the perfect day going.
I think the best thing, as we've said in the previous video about visiting theme parks this time of year, is obviously there's not many kids around, there's not many school trips, so the wait times do tend to be a little bit lighter. But one drawback on days like that is quite often you find there's a lot of downtime with rides, mainly because there's less staff in the park and they normally want to rotate the staff around.
And Chessington really showed that. I think, you know, if you've watched our previous video,
which we'll link below now,
you will see that it was a dead day, but also some of the rides became busier just because there was so many closed.
And also you find things like food outlets, retail outlets tend to close. And obviously things like ice cream shacks and drink shacks and queues don't need to be open when there's no queue. But it's great when you get more choice of things like food options and retail options. And they definitely had that available today at Thorpe Park. It was so good. So if you're not already aware, Thorpe Park and the team had Project Sparkle over the winter season, which I think is over a few years, isn't it?
It is. So it's not all being done in one season, but on our visit, you can definitely see that Colossus has had a repaint. So that's looking absolutely amazing. For the moment you walk into the park, the bridges also had a complete refresh, which I think really entices people.
And the audio around the park as well. Every ride soundtrack was playing really clearly through really good speakers. There was music all over, which again, when it's not very busy, creates atmosphere, even when there's not as much physical atmosphere going on. In terms of the ride operations, everything was open when we were there, with the only exception being
Rumba Rapids.
Rumba Rapids, I had to think to make sure that I was saying the right thing there.
And it was.
Just Rumba Rapids. When we first arrived, Stealth was closed, but it opened within half an hour of us being there. We decided not to eat on this visit because we are going on holiday in a few days and I'm trying to keep my bikini body in shape. So we decided to spend some money in the retail outlets. So we visited 2 outlets today, and we're going to rank retail in place of food on this vlog.
And one of these purchases you're currently wearing.
Yeah, which is my Saw the Ride t-shirt, which I absolutely love. So yeah, really good price as well with the annual pass discount. So without further ado, let us rate what we thought of the park's operations.
So I'm awarding Thorpe Park a 5. I'm laughing because once again I have broken the chalk. I am not having a very good experience with chalk. Let me know your experience with chalk and
Please subscribe to the channel so we can earn some money and buy whiteboards.
But yeah, going back to the rankings, so I give Thorpe Park a 5 out of 5 today for ride operations. We had an absolutely brilliant day. One ride being closed all day was fantastic. The staff were so good at keeping the trains moving constantly. Saw how many cars were they running? It was about 5 at least,
6
probably.
Yeah.
And it was just constant. So yeah, it really helped with them 0 to 5 minute queues today. So 5 from me.
And it's a 5 from me as well, which was the longest that we waited for any ride except Stealth today, which I think is a pretty good result. As Ben was saying, the operations were fantastic. Everything was so efficient and quick moving. So even little things like the fact that on the Swarm, the 2 trains, one would be loaded while the other went around the circuit, and as that one came back in, the previous was dispatched, and it was just constantly moving. So you were walking onto rides, even when it's at a 5-minute wait, a lot of the time you were walking straight on, or just waiting for the current cycle of a ride to finish. Everything was looking really good, really sharp. The signage around the park, the new logo, the staff's uniform, everything just looked really, really good. In particular, the rethemed area where it was Angry Birds Land and it's now New Orleans. It looked so good. All the little details. Another thing to highlight was Detonator. They have now got a voice of a typical person with a New Orleans accent down on the speakers around the park, but also on the actual ride itself.
Very, very clear. Very clear.
They do all the ride announcements, the countdowns.
And for those that remember Detonator from years ago, and this was before it was Detonator Bombs Away for Angry Birds Land, it simply was Detonator, and they used to count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They've gone back to that now, but in a better way. I honestly, the theming of that land was so good.
Adding to that, the pre-recorded announcements make a big difference because it just sounds more professional, more clear, more slick, like you would get in a Disney park or something.
Yeah, it was very American, we said.
It was so American, it was so immersive. Having been to New Orleans and also just been to most of the US anyway, a frequent US, it really was immersive.
So what are we going to rank next, Rob?
Well, we are now going to rank retail because we did make 2 purchases in 2 different shops. So this is in place of food.
So I have ranked retail a 4 today. I thought that the clothing accessories that you could purchase, as you can see here, again in the Saw t-shirt, was really, really good. Going to Chessington, obviously last week, I noticed that there wasn't much at all.
Even the pick a mix thing was closed.
Yeah.
And so you can even buy a pick a mix in Chessington.
Especially for kids and grown-ups alike. That was quite poor that shop was closed. So I'm hoping you can get a sense of the 2 different parks that are both owned by Merlin and the difference between the 2. And hopefully we're portraying that within our vlog and with our little game that we're playing here.
So I also scored a 4 for retail, and that was purely just availability as well. Most outlets were open and were fully staffed. There was a range of products available. The pricing was really clear. Everything just seems so good. Obviously, we got our annual pass out and the staff were very happy to apply a discount at 20%. So yeah, just a really, really slick operation there as well today.
So I think the next thing should be the staff. So I have rated the staff a 4 today. Thorpe Park, you were absolutely brilliant. As we said, you were dispatching trains really, really efficiently, which helped with them queues and the overall atmosphere within the park itself. I think every time we got off a ride, everybody was laughing, smiling. There was no sort of negativity that you get when you have the longer queues. There was 1 or 2 on some rides that weren't as chatty as others, but apart from that, everybody seemed to be really, really positive.
Yeah, of course, and I scored 4 as well. They were really good, you know, and as Ben said, fair play to them. The teamwork is something that I really noticed today. There was a lot of, for example, on like the Vortex, the 2 attendants that were securing us went around and they were interacting with each other, and helping each other, and it just felt like it felt like the team spirit was strong. So even when maybe people weren't as chatty with guests on certain rides, it definitely was compensated by the rest of the operation that day.
They just seem to be a bit more on it at Thorpe Park, and obviously we haven't done Alton Towers yet, but I do find that Thorpe Park and Alton Towers, the staff are really on their A game. Not sure why, but they tend to be better there.
Yeah. And last but not least, we are going to rank our overall experience of how we rated our day out today. And I'll kick this one off with an almighty 5. So well done, Thorpe Park. It was a really good day. You had everything open, you had everything looking clean, looking shiny, plenty of staff available. and as we didn't wait for hardly anything, it was a really quick twirl around the park today. I think the only thing that would have made it better for me would have been potentially if we've seen Hyperia testing. I'd have really liked that, but there was a lot of construction workers down there, and I could see they were getting the queue area by the looks of the landscaping worked on, so I completely understand why they wouldn't have been sending the train around. But yeah, that would have been the only thing that would have made today better for me, so good job, Thorpe Park.
And once again, completely mirroring and echoing Rob. We seem to be twins lately. But yeah, 5 out of 5, a fantastic day. The only thing that would have made it better for me would have been some sunshine, but still, we're nearly the end of April and it's still not sunny. But it was really fantastic. And do you know what? Seeing Hyperia almost ready to open is so exciting. They've got some really top quality rides at Thorpe Park.
And a good mix of rides, right? That will be probably our last visit to our local parks before we jet off to Orlando for our 2-week stay at the Polynesian Resort. So we've got so many vlogs coming all about our holiday and our stay there. And then as soon as we're back, we'll be right back in Thorpe Park for Hyperia's opening, as well as visiting the other parks in the UK as well. So please do like the video, as we really appreciate it.
And please subscribe, and our next video will be our travel vlog video. We're flying with Virgin Atlantic upper class, so we're going to film the whole experience in the upper class lounge, the upper class wing, and then on flight. We're due to be on one of their 350 aircraft, so we're going to give that a go and bring you all the content from that, and then obviously, yeah, arriving at the Polynesian and our 2-week stay in Orlando. So once again, please do
like the channel
and subscribe, and thank you for watching
Binds on the Tracks.